it's Jennifer from Flux. Welcome back to our Granny Stashdown Challenge. We have been working on this all year, and some of you have made multiple Stashdown blankets. So I love hopping on here each season and showing you my progress. And I have to say, so you can see there's ends and there's little things I'll have to take care of at the end of the year, but there is so much yarn on this. It's actually pretty heavy and has like a little bit of a stiffness. It's almost like a mat. You could use this with a pet or like a play mat or even like a rug in like a lower traffic area. It's really, really interesting. There are so many colors, and I can look at each yarn and remember which project it was left over from. So it's actually becoming like a little blanket of memories too. So in my past updates, I showed you kind of what I had so far, but I did have a really interesting question. Somebody was asking me, how are you doing this with so many strands? So actually throughout the whole project, I've been holding 4 to 5 strands of yarn throughout the whole thing. And you can see here where I've left off. And sometimes, especially when I pick it back up, so I don't work on it every day. Okay. So I'll put it down. Sometimes I'll not touch it for a couple weeks and then I'll come back. But that's the beauty of having this year-long project, is that you can come back to it whenever and you have tons of time to do it. And as I have thrown more yarn in the bin after I've finished projects, it just keeps adding to it and adding to it. And you can just take it all year round. So I just wanted to show you, because someone was asking, these are, right now I have 5 strands of yarn on here. And I just try to make sure that I'm holding it, everything is nice and smooth. And because a lot of times my yarn balls, let me grab one so I can show you. A lot of times they're just scraps, just little amounts left over from things. And so sometimes I have to stop and untangle things, but it's been such a satisfying project to use up all these scraps. So I've been just really going through, and sometimes when I have a lot of strands like this, I have to go really slow and make sure I'm catching each time all those loops. Now you don't have to use as many strands as me, and I'm using a giant P hook here too. But you know, I've been going through, and once I get to a strand, for example, if one of these strands ran out, I get another scrap out of my box, tie it right on, and keep going. So I do end up with some little pieces that stick out, which at the end I'll trim. But I wanted to just pull this out one more time before we wrap it up at the end of the year and just show you all of the wonderful things going on with this blanket. Now, some of you have yarn scraps that are sort of more of like a certain palette, and your blankets have more of like a color theme to them. My theme is anything goes. So everything and anything I have, you can see, not sure if you can see it, but there's like glittery yarn, there's wool, there's hot pink, there's all kinds of stuff. So this has been really fun, and we do this every year. We'll be starting our new one in January. So if you're working on one of these, or some of you are starting your second and even your third blankets, this is also a great charity project, because this is yarn you would otherwise just have sitting around, so it can go to a great cause. Also, I know animal shelters are always looking for things so the animals don't have to sit on the hard bottoms. Some of them have like concrete bottoms. Some of them have wires that they sit on all day. So these are wonderful things for animal shelters or other charity projects. There's a lot of blanket charities out there. They get less blankets because they take longer for people to make. They always get lots of hats and scarves and things like that, which are also great. But blankets are always in demand. So I hope that you've enjoyed this throughout the year. We have one more update where we're going to kind of finish it all up, and then we'll start our new one for 2023. If you haven't joined our Ravelry group and our Facebook group, definitely hop on over and check those out, because those are a great place to connect with other makers who are crocheting along with us. I'll put all the links down below for those. Thanks so much for watching, and be sure and click the subscribe button to get all the latest Flux video updates. Thanks again.